Hello to anybody that may join. This is May 23rd, 2025, 10:05 p.m. My name is Christopher Wood, and I am a 6-year revenge retaliation victim of very seriously dangerous Lennox and Addington, Ontario provincial police, human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, torture crimes. I am the victim of very serious abuses, medical rights, legal rights, human rights, as well as other elderly abuses taking place with me now. Back in late 2018, I found out about some crimes that were taking place that involved the police in Napanee, Ontario, through the Morning Star mission, human trafficking, homeless exploitation, and possible money laundering. As a result, I spoke out about it to warn people what was taking place for their safety. In August of 2019, as a result of it, just before that, I had O.p.p cop Spencer Mills show up at my place. He and a guy from mental health with threats and intimidations, basically to let me know that if I did not stop talking about what was taking place, there would be serious consequences. He was 100% right. Later on, after that, in August of 2019, at a previous address in Napanee, Ontario, on the corner of Bridge and Center Street, I was sitting outside, and it was in August. Ex-O.p.p chief or commander at the time went by. He was driving a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me. It was at the stoplights on Highway 41, aka Center Street and Bridge Street. He waved at me. I waved back. When I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him at the lights, pointed something, they shot it, and it went into my right ear. After that happened, I started having all kinds of problems. Whatever was shot into my ear, I could actually feel it moving through my head. I was getting burning, and it was moving through my head. So to find out what was going on, I went to the hospital to try to find out what the hell was up. Later on that year, in August of 2019, or in November of 2019, sorry, I finally got an appointment for a CAT scan appointment at Lennox and Addington County General Hospital. I go to my appointment. My mother, who was alive at the time, and another was there with me. I go to my appointment, and one of the people involved, a mental health worker that is now Kingston AMHS, was at the hospital talking to the doctor that was doing my CAT scan, stating that I come to find out afterwards, she was there stating she was there for my benefit for anxiety, which I certainly do not have, and all of this other bullshit. I had no association with mental health. I had no association with this woman. She had no reason or right or business to be anything of mine in any way, shape, or form. When she found out I was there with my mother and someone else at the time, she turned around and left and walked right by us. I go in to get my CAT scan. I wanted to see picture results. I was told that I am not going to get them, that I would not understand them, and that I needed medication. Wondering what the hell was going on and not happy with what had happened because I wanted to see picture results of my CAT scans. I decided to go to Kingston General Hospital after that happened, and I was still denied them. Come to find out afterwards that the woman that refused me my CAT scans and is also guilty of file falsifying my medical records after talking to Stacy, Kingston AMHS, that was there allegedly for my benefit. I was medically blacklisted through, come to find out, her girlfriend was the doctor on at the time. She falsified a medical file of mine for discrimination, for treatment refusals, to assure all crimes against me happen. Anyway, not happy with what had taken place with me and not getting my results, I decided to go to Kingston General Hospital at the time. I go to find out what's hell going on because I'm still having all kinds of problem with the burning, and whatever was shot into me was still moving into my head. It was in the right side and it started to actually move up to around my temple lobe around here. So to find out what was going on, I go to Kingston General Hospital. I had long hair at the time and I have tattoos. Before I could get anything done, they conveniently got a phone call from somebody stating that I was a suicidal self-harmer. Not true in any way, shape, or form. I am certainly not suicidal, never have been, never will be. I am 100% about life, and I've been trying to save my life. So that is 100% bullshit lie. But whoever the call came from, and because of my long hair at the time and my tattoos, it was automatically believed. So I was not taken serious about why I was there to get help. And once again, I was refused treatment to find out what was going on with me, which benefited everybody. Still having problems after that, I went to Belleville General Hospital. I go in for my appointment to find out what's going on. A French doctor at the time came in. His first and only words out of his mouth was, "I seen your file. You need psychological help. What do you expect me to do?" Wondering what the fuck he was talking about, seeing your file, and all of a sudden me needing psychological help and all of this other crap. I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to being shot. So I'm wondering why the fuck all of this is happening to me, why I am being treated like a piece of shit, why I am being refused results, why I am being refused everything. So in the meantime, I didn't get anything done. I was pretty much kicked out of Belleville General Hospital and refused help on the spot. I had to then start going to Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, where I was being belittled, I was being name called, I was being treated like a piece of shit, I was being locked in rooms, I was not being seen, and if I was being seen, I was being treated like garbage. A lot of the times, because of it, I was getting up and I was walking out because I am not going to be treated like a piece of shit by criminal fucking doctors who are going on lies against me. That was done in an attempt to turn everything around to try to make it look like I am the problem. Meanwhile, I was getting treated like a piece of shit, and I was in the meantime still having all kinds of problems happening to me. My skull was being seriously deformed. My brain was being burned out of my head constantly because of what was put into me. I started to get electroshocks. I started to get shocking in my head. I had blood vessels burned out of my head. My skull has been deformed in many ways, shapes, and sizes, which I have shown and proven. It has been flattened, it's been rounded out, it's been elongated, it's been widened. A lot of stuff has happened to it with 100% proof and not being able to do anything about it. Because of the way I was being treated at Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, I started to complain through patient relations what was taking place with the doctors and the way I was being treated, and that they should be criminally investigated. As a result, I believe that patient relations and Ontario provincial police, the cops involved, conspired as a result to have me criminally charged in an attempt to turn everything around on me, in an attempt to try to give me a record because I had no criminal record. in any way, shape, or form. I had no association with any cops prior to anything, either to speaking of their crimes. But that was done in an attempt to, for whatever reason. So my mother, she was stalked while she was, after all of this started to happen. One of the people involved came onto the scene also and started stalking me every time I would go out my door. He was always right there. I would walk downtown. He was always right there. He was going by my place sometimes 15, 20 times a day at all hours of the day and night. And I believe with what I was shot with was prisoner tracking, or what is called remote neuromonitoring, which is a nano implant, which I know sounds crazy, but is basically a nano microchip implant that's been in existence since the 1960s. It's being used through the military and law enforcement, and I have and can prove it. And what it basically does it's used for invasive surveillance and also for invasive destruction of a person's central nervous system to basically hands-free kill them. My brain has been split. I have not been able to get any help. I have had serious lung damage. As a matter of fact, one time I went to Lennox and Addington County General Hospital. I went in, I registered, and after I registered, a paladin security guard came in and told me to get the fuck out of the hospital, that I had to leave, and I was not going to be seen. I did not do a damn thing, and I did not know what the hell was going on. I was there to get help because I was having problems with my lung at the time, because after everything, I started having other body problems. And I went to the hospital. Next thing you know, come to find out that the security guard, the reason he kicked me out was on ex-CEO Cubby Duck's orders to do so. So not only is he guilty of injuring me, but he's also guilty of other very serious crimes with other doctors at the hospital. I was sex assaulted. I went to the hospital to try to get help after it happened. I had one doctor laugh in my face. I had another doctor, after I told him what had happened, to try to get help. He turned around and phoned the same ones involved, because it was done through the police, and another, in an attempt to try to have me committed for having it happen to me, because I'm a man and who it was done by. I have went to Ontario provincial police with proof to try to get arrest and charging on cops and others that are involved being surrounded, hands on guns. I have tried O.p.p at the time when it was around 5 times. No luck, no matter what I have been able to prove. I have tried LECO, what is now the Law Enforcement Complaint Agency, twice so far to try to get criminal arrest and chargings. No luck. Extortions. I have been the only one that's been arrested for the crimes that have taken place provably upon me, and not being able to do anything about it, being blamed for everything that has taken place on me, trying to turn this around and make it look like a psychological thing, and it has absolutely nothing to do with that in any way, shape, or form. I was having other problems. One time I had to get rushed up to Lennox and Addington County General Hospital by ambulance. I was coming back from what was Max Milk at the time, now Circle K, on the corner of Bridge and Center Street in Napanee. And I started having all kinds of problems, and I almost passed out on the corner. Luckily, there was an ambulance right there, and they seen what was taking place. They came over, and they proceeded to check me out. They told me that I needed to go to the hospital. I told them that it would do no good because of the way I had been treated, that I would not get seen. And he swore up and down, oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. They have to. They have an oath to. Oh, no, they don't. And their oath means nothing. 2 seconds after the ambulance driver walked out of the building, I was pretty much treated like a piece of shit. Mr. Wood, what do you expect for us to do for you today? I pretty much had to crawl up the stretcher and out of that damn hospital into a taxi at the time to come home or to go home where I was at the time. And that's just another one of many. My skull completely swelling up, going to the hospital, seeing a Dr. Fardell, telling me to take off my hat, put it back on, it fits, I'm fine. Meanwhile, my head is blown up and swelled like a mushroom. And all of this is supposed to be just normal. Being called a delusional, hallucinating retard through doctors because of me stating that I was provably going through identity theft and identity changes because what was happening to me at the time. And as a result, this is why they tried to make it a psychological thing instead of a criminal thing against me. I was still having problems. I went to Kingston General Hospital twice. The second time, they got a phone call stating about drugs that I do not do. I have not done any drugs. I used to at one point in time, but I have not done any drugs since 2013. I had an overdose in Kingston, Ontario on Macdonell Street at the time on what is called Dilaudid, and I overdosed, and that was my wake up call. I have not done anything since then. I don't even drink alcohol. I smoke marijuana, which is 100% legal because I am 100% against any kind of synthetics in every way, shape, and form. I have lost too many friends and family from hard drugs, including a niece of mine that overdosed from fentanyl because of the fucking garbage. Tried it one time, and as a result, she died from it. And I was homeless, made homeless, living on the street, and I was watching people overdosing from that garbage on a daily fucking basis. And when I was homeless, that's when I was being slave trafficked. So my mother, she was also stalked and tortured to the point where her skull, where I have pictures where her skull was actually lifted up. It looks like something was inside her head, like a donut or a ring or something, and it was causing a hole inside my mother's skull while she was being tortured. The guy that was stalking her and me at the time, he thinks that he and I were switched at birth. He thinks that he is my dad, and he believes that he is, or he was also stalking and calling my mother mom. He has many alias names. He goes by Bill Woldridge, Bill Coolidge, Bill Delarosable, Stephen Mavis, James Bubbles, and Robert Cross. He is now bald, glasses, sometimes a goatee. He is a mimicker. He is highly delusional. He is a heroin addict. He is a sex slave trafficker for the ex-O.p.p chief or commander. Year 2019 that had me shot, and that's another reason why he had me shot, was because of me speaking of this piece of shit stalking children for him daily at Tim Hortons for sex slavery trafficking, me getting his picture and video, and that's when everything truly started to happen to me. But once again, I go to Kingston General Hospital to try to find out what's going on because of being seriously injured and deformed still, with proof, and nobody wanting to see it because that they're still trying to make it look and sound like a psychological thing, no matter what I was able to prove and still can and have proven. But once again, because my long hair and them getting a phone call about drugs and my tattoos, whoever it came from, I was not taken serious about why I was there, and I was refused treatment, which benefited everybody. I have had I've not been able to get any medical help in any way, shape, or form after I was shot and after everything started to happen to me. Human traffickers, homeless exploitation, sex slavery, sex assaults, kidnapping, false arrest, arrest refusals, extortion, lies, time buying, cover ups, and stalkings, murders, tortures, slavery, disability frauds, identity thefts and frauds, rapes, and a whole lot more. Ontario provincial police, who are very seriously dangerous whether in Napanee or not, or have transferred to avoid arrest, charging, and lawsuits against them because of the crimes that they are criminally involved in and guilty of, to avoid lawsuits on themselves in arresting and charging, which I have been trying to do with 100% proof. Ex-Chief or Commander, year 2019, once again, that drove the white Jeep Wrangler, the one that had me shot on the corner of Bridge Street. He is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder with intent to commit. He is guilty of 6 years torture. He is guilty of 6 years slavery on me. Staff Sergeants, years 2019, 2021, kidnapping, sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Stacy, the mental health worker that was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and girlfriend to the doctor that falsified my medical file for discrimination and treatment refusals. And Shelley Huffner had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, 24 hours after asking for help with what has taken place with me. And when they found out what they'd done, they took me to a different city and they left me. That was done in an attempt to shut me up. And that's when they got my blood and piss through threats and duress. Spencer Mills, 14716. Robert Kane, 7224. Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors who are criminally negligent involved with criminal intent to commit and cover up, including having me falsely charged twice in an attempt to turn their crimes around on me, in an attempt to prevent me help and proof of what has taken place with me once again. Dr. Margie V, she goes by, her real name is Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic. She is the girlfriend to Stacy, Kingston AMHS, very seriously dangerous and guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder with the intent to injure, torture, full deforming, full identity theft, and to have it covered up with criminal intent. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor, ex-CEO Cubby Duck, and patient relations are all criminally negligent involved. Justice of the Peace, who was also involved, threats, accusations, intimidations, having me falsely arrested in an attempt to prevent anything legal on her the very same day I filed private prosecution and naming her as a person involved. Threats and intimidation, accusations of being high on marijuana and stating that, accusations of being high on marijuana and hallucinating being sex assaulted because who it was done by at the time. And that was done to prevent anything legal or arrest her on anyone else. Accomplices who are registered sex offenders, who are drug traffickers, who are drug addicts, who are accomplices in O.p.p. torture crimes, slave trafficking, rapes, financial thefts and frauds, my identity theft, and murder being all unarrestable and above the law, untouchable because of the crimes that they're committing and who they are doing it for. This guy here, he is a well-known pimp. He is a woman abuser. He is a child abuser. He is guilty of torture crimes on me. He is homeless. And he is guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. He frequents my mother's son's place to smoke crack. This guy here, his name is Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns. He is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder. He is guilty of torture crimes, skull splitting me, brain injuring me. He is guilty of blinding me. I have pictures where I look just like him, including the same cock eye that he has. He is a speedhead. He is a registered sex offender. He is highly psychotic, and he actually believes that I am a wolf. This guy here is the one that was stalking my mother, the one that thinks that he and I were switched at birth, the one that thinks that he is my dad and was calling my mother mom, the one that is guilty of causing her death, committing homicide on her with intent, December 20th, 2020. This is the one with many alias names: Bill Woldridge, Bill Coolidge, Bill Delarosa, Robert Cross, James Bubbles, and other names. This now approximately 65 years old, bald glasses. This guy here, he is Bert the Butt Plug Hustler. He believes that he played hockey for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers. He is a child sex offender. He is highly obsessed with me, highly psychotic. He actually used to date my wife after her and I separated. He is a slave trafficker. He is guilty of 5 years torture crimes on me. I've been going through this for 6 years. He is guilty of 5 years torture crimes on me, brain injury me, lung and kidney damages done to me, and being involved with my identity theft with the intent to commit homicide. Bert the Butt Plug Hustler. He also recently sex assaulted a 14-year-old boy that reached out to me, that is scared to get medical or legal help or tell anybody because of what had happened to him, because of the repercussions, because of who done it and who he works with and for. This is another guy, the one known as Bill Woldridge, the many alias names, the one that's guilty of stalking and killing my mother. And this is another picture of Bert the Butt Plug Hustler. He is very seriously dangerous. He is highly obsessed. He is highly jealous. This guy here is guilty of torturing and killing my dog March 24th, 2023. He is a child groomer. He is a criminal stalker. And he is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder with intent to commit. Raymond LeBlanc, he lives on the corner of Dundas and East Street behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria. He also used to have a deaf white pit bull. This is pictures of the one known as Bill Woldridge again, the two bottom ones and the top one, and the guy with the other glasses and goatee. He is alleged O.p.p. Constable Detective Blair Hardy Kane. He is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of rapes. He raped a woman at 45 Dundas Street, East Napanee, Ontario in 2021, apartment 3. He is guilty of welfare disability frauds. He is guilty of bank frauds, thefts, stalking, meth trafficking, tortures, attempted murders, and murders Once again, alleged O.p.p. Constable Detective Blair Hardy Kane, the one with the goatee and glasses. This is another picture of Blair Hardy Kane. These two are the ones that are guilty of stalking my mother and causing her death. They are guilty of killing her as well. A 77-year-old. This is my cousin. His name is Dale Hartwick. He actually told me himself he was working with him for the police involved in this. He accidentally fucked up and let me know about it. He is guilty of premeditated attempted murder. He is guilty of skull splitting. He is guilty of brain injury, lung and kidney damage. He is guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit homicide for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his wife or ex-wife's boyfriend. He is also a very seriously dangerous speedhead, and he is also guilty of a possible homicide in Winnipeg, Manitoba in the 1980s. This guy here with the dog, he is O.p.p. cop Robert Kane, drug cop, #1 rat informant. This is Tyler Lake. He is guilty of criminal stalking. He is guilty of attempted arson on a previous address. He is guilty of throwing blood on a previous address. He is guilty of death threats through stabbing. He is guilty of being involved with my identity theft. I have pictures also and video where I look exactly like this punk. He is approximately 35 years old, and I am 52. He is guilty of torturing and killing my dog with Raymond LeBlanc, March 24th, 2023, and guilty of attempted murder on me. He is also guilty of acting out, being involved with torture crimes against a guy who is saying that he was an O.p.p. cop, and I can 100% prove my words. Jason Gimpy Two-Step Allstein. He is guilty of six. He is guilty of 6 degrees or 6 years stalking torture crimes. He is a stroke victim, but he's still very seriously dangerous. He sells laced fentanyl between Napanee and Kingston, the hub, committing overdose murders through fentanyl. He is a very seriously dangerous crackhead. He is guilty of attempted murder on me, brain injury me, and attempted murder with intent to commit identity disability and insurance fraud for crack money. He is also guilty of stealing $380 from me, robbing me of $380 from my bank account last month. And there's one more who is actually a family member as well. This guy here, he is my cousin. He is the uncle to Harry, or to Dale Hartwick. This is Harry Hartwick. He is guilty of being involved with my identity theft. He is guilty of brain injuring me, skull splitting me. He is approximately 85 years old. He is very seriously sadistic. He is guilty. He is a child groomer. When I was 15 years old, he let me do his wife in Winnipeg, Manitoba. When I was a 10-year-old boy in Winnipeg, Manitoba, because I would not eat a pickled onion, he proceeded to strip me down naked, beat me, made me stand in a corner for 4 hours with tuck tape on my testicles because I would not eat a pickled onion while he beat the shit out of my mother and my older brother at the time, Harry Hartwick. And he is guilty of first-degree attempted murder on me as well with the rest of them. These are the O.p.p. Untouchables, the one that they charged $22,000 for. There is also another one that's involved with stalking. When I was homeless in Kingston, I met up with somebody, and what I thought was a friend, come to find out he was involved with this the whole time. He is a Bath Institute prisoner, ex inmate, sex offender. He is guilty of very serious sex crimes against his own family members and other children. He has an internet ban. He is guilty of cloning my phone. He is guilty of hacking my phone. And he is guilty of hacking my computer and my TikTok through my hacked phone, through my Google account, and controlling it as well to get online because he has an internet ban. His name is Robert Hanna. He lives on Oak Street by a park. He frequents also Artillery Park in Kingston, Ontario, approximately 27 to 31 years old, whatever. He wears a hat, always has headphones on, wears glasses, has a goatee, buck teeth, and he wears his hair in a ponytail all the time. He is very seriously dangerous. He is very seriously obsessed with me as well. He is a transsexual. There is a Tyandanega Reserve cop. He is involved with this, him and his brother. They're guilty of torture crimes on me, criminal stalking, slander, brain injury me, using CEW on me, and Stingray as well. And I am going to be bringing charges against these people as well. I have been living in a place, I have been getting all, on top of everything else, I am getting all kinds of abuses where I'm living. I am paying rent in a place where I have no rights. I have to stay locked in my room. I am being accused of thefts of food that I can prove 100% I am not guilty of doing. I am being I have no rights to use the refrigerator here. When I moved in, I was not under the assumption that I was not able to use any of these things. I am getting all kinds of accusations and threats against me. I listen to a certain person completely and totally beat the shit out of his animals on a daily basis where they scream and howl. I am having my food taken from me from these animals. It is being eaten from them, torn up, and I have pictures to prove it. And I am being blamed for all of this stuff. I have to replace everything. Accusations are going around asking people for food that I am not asking anybody for, regardless of what has been taken from me or eaten from animals. I have been replacing my own food. I have been getting over stupid stuff about a fucking lighter that I asked to borrow. And now I am also, because of everything, I am possibly facing becoming homeless. I am facing becoming possibly homeless because of this now. So once more, I will be back out onto the street with no help. And there is nothing I can do about anything that has taken place with me, either with the police, with the doctors, medically, or any other way, or anything else. No matter what is done, I cannot get help. So everything has been assured against me. People, families are murdered or missing. It is Ontario provincial police. It is criminal doctors. And I can 100% prove my words and have proven it in other videos and everything else that I have on my channel to show and prove the different changes, the very serious tortures and changes I've been through. Compliments of these fucking bastard cops. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be seen or not because a lot of my stuff is being blocked out and shadow banned. But if it is, I hope one person at least hits the share button. I am going to get off here because I am very seriously hot and I actually need to take my dog out for her to do her business. So I am going to get off here, and I just wanted to say thank you for anyone who may watch this and hear my story. I am Christopher Wood. I am 52 years old, and I also was recently sex assaulted by a certain person 4 days ago as well. I am not mentioning any names right now, but if it comes down to it, I will, and I will have this person charged one way or another, just to make that clear. But I am going to jump off here, and I hope this is seen, and I hope everybody has a good night. Love all, hate none. Hit the like, share, subscribe. Ontario Provincial Police, human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking. If you are poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, beware, because you have no right and they have no concern for your life in any way, shape, or form. Once the lies are cast about you, you might as well consider your life over with, because you will not get help. And I am also the end of my bloodline as well.